a little unboxing video to do. It's a little wet outside. It's kind of crappy rainy day. This is going to go into the Blazer. 200 amp rated. More 200 amp rated fuses. This is a 2-pair. Oh, it's open. Okay. There we go. Some RCA cables. These are the 19 footers. The 2-pair. Right on. This is my hideaway antenna to replace the lack of antenna in the Blazer, because I removed that when I changed the fender. I never cut a new hole to actually make it seat properly. What do we got here? These are my 4-pair RCAs for 4-channel to send to the back to the amp for the mids and highs. Ground loop isolator. Well, it's been a long time since I've had a Blazer update. I think you guys would have literally just watched me unbox some stuff, and that was many months ago. From that order, I was missing some fuse holders. The company that I ordered the stuff from, their shipping company, I guess, was the story I got. Either didn't include them in the order or something happened, and needless to say, I didn't get them. So initially they offered me credit for it, which was good. But when I went to order them again, the shipping cost was applied in a different manner. When I ordered everything all at once, you get kind of a better deal because you're ordering, 5 things and shipping is 1 fee. Where if I was trying to order just fuse holders, it would have cost me more than what the fuse holders were worth, and it was really silly, and I was kind of upset about that. So this project was just put off for a while, and I didn't do anything about it. But what I did is I ordered the hidden antenna. It's not stuck to the glass yet, but I will be doing that. I was just test fitting it in that spot. I ordered some new RCAs, which I actually was able to put some of them in yesterday. They've got a metal body on them and a nice heavy cable, and then a protective sheath on top. And then those route all the way to the back where the amplifiers are at. I ordered some fuses because I was missing some fuses in the back of the truck, and I never ended up getting the holders. So I kind of makeshift put one together myself here. Let's have a look at it. You can see it. I know it's kind of crazy looking, and people are probably going, what the hell? But yes, those are the guts out of a meter base. So in your actual home, that would be the section that your meter socket would plug into, mounted to a ceramic base. I just extended some copper terminals to that and attached them to my setup as required. So it literally holds my 200 amp fuse now. So this wire is the wire that comes from the front of the truck under the hood and here. So now it's fused to the point where if this line was to get compromised from here to the front of the truck, this fuse would blow and the fuse under the hood would go. I don't have any protection on the secondary end of this battery pack to the amplifier, but the amplifier is right under here. It's a very short run and there's really nothing there. The amplifier itself is fused. There should be something leaving the battery. I really should have the same setup there. I just didn't have the want to really go through it all and set it up. But I gotta finish tucking my signal cables away because I just threw them in there carelessly yesterday just to experiment and try it out. So I'm going to finish tucking those away, and I don't know if any of you with S10s have ever had this trouble before. My rear hinge the pin was broken a long time ago, and you can see there's a lot of play in it, and now the hinge itself is actually broken. Let's see if I can... It actually pulled away and snapped off, and of course this part isn't something that they sell independently, so it has to be purchased, or it has to be repaired, or I imagine stolen from a junkyard find. So I'm going to actually try to weld that, not tonight, but I will be. I'm going to take the tailgate right off, take that hinge apart, see if I can't weld it, and then I can get a new pin and bushing for it, replace the pin and bushing on both sides, and let's hope that it's going to make it work a little bit better than it does now. So as long as I'm very cautious of it, careful, it seems to be okay, but it's got a lot of wiggle and it shouldn't have any of that. Anyways, I'm going to finish tucking away these RCAs, and maybe we'll go for a cruise later. I'm just getting back from a little test drive. The reception was way better than it was before. Mind you, before it was not really anything to compare to. The antenna was in the back of the truck inside, and it wasn't really connected properly. I had a makeshift wire going there, and it worked for the purposes that I needed it to work for, but it really wasn't the ideal scenario. Having that hidden antenna, if you want to call it that, definitely improved my reception. I can pick up a wider band of stations now than I could previously. They do come in clearer. It's not clear as day. It's not as clear as my my work van, but you know, realistically, it's an aftermarket stereo. The wiring that was put in here was not engineered or designed for this specific purpose. It was just put in generally. So there's good and bad, and actually it was super cheap. Super cheap, so that's probably a whole lot to do with it as well. But you know what? I'm happy with the output. It's what I wanted. I can actually listen to FM radio. I'm not struggling to try to find something to put on there now, so that's a good thing. I still have iPod capability. I can still play CDs, DVDs, whatever in here. So you know, it's actually no, that's a lie. I can't do Blu-rays. This is more than a couple years old, this guy. But you know what? For all purposes required here, it works perfect. Those of you looking for a little Blazer update, I suppose now, I am at 211,134 kilometers, which is not all that many, considering that this is a 1993. Going from memory, I have it written down, I think it's in the console here, but I think my engine rebuild was at about 193 or 195,000 kilometers, I believe. So I'm just about 15 or 16,000 into this new build now, right in that ballpark. So this engine is now broken in thoroughly. I do need to do an oil change on it, actually. I meant to do one sooner, but it's been sitting for so long. I need to get that done, actually. But it so far is running fantastic. It's not giving me any headaches or trouble, and now I at least get to enjoy my stereo some more.